they're done. And it's no wonder everyone avoided them like the plague.
TMZ just dropped a bomb on Blake Lively.
Y'all, you are not going to believe this. Matt Damon just absolutely dragged Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively. I'm talking complete and utter exposure of some seriously shady behind-the-scenes behavior during Deadpool 2. Listen, we all know Ryan and Blake parade around like Hollywood's perfect power couple, right? Always with their cute little Instagram posts and those adorable public appearances that make us all go, "Oh." But if what Matt Damon is saying has any truth to it, there is so much more going on behind those picture-perfect smiles. Can you even imagine Ryan and Blake potentially sabotaging a simple cameo just to keep themselves in the spotlight? I'm shook. The rumors are wild. Leaked voicemails, epic meltdowns behind closed doors, ego trips that would make Kanye blush, and manipulation tactics that would leave anyone fuming, especially someone as respected as Matt Damon. Buckle up, because this isn't your run-of-the-mill celebrity gossip. This is the kind of dirty laundry that Hollywood PR teams work overtime to bury. Let's be real, when someone as drama-free and respected as Matt Damon starts hinting that something's off, people listen. And when he's pointing fingers at two of the most media-savvy celebrities alive, that's when things get juicy. This is like getting a backstage pass to the real Hollywood, where those squeaky clean images start to crack and celebrities show their true colors. Or at least what might be their true colors, because honestly, who really knows what goes on in the shadows of Tinseltown? Let's rewind the tape. When Deadpool 2 came out, fans were obsessed with all the surprise cameos. Brad Pitt literally appeared for half a second, Alan Tudyk had that blink and you'll miss it moment, and then there was Matt Damon, completely unrecognizable under prosthetics in that bathroom humor scene that left everyone confused but impressed. You'd think filming a quick cameo would be nothing but fun, right? Just pop in, film a silly moment, give the fans something to buzz about, and move on with your life. Classic Damon move. But apparently, there was so much drama bubbling under the surface. According to insiders, Ryan Reynolds, who wasn't just the star but also co-writer and producer,
We are still waiting on the amended lawsuit from Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. They're supposed to be adding names or evidence, who knows, but today is the due date.
wanted complete creative control over every single cameo. It wasn't just Deadpool's movie, it was Ryan's playground, and if anyone was going to shine in this film, it would be on his terms. And then there's the Blake Lively factor. Rumor has it she started inserting herself into the production side of things, which, let's be honest, isn't that unusual for Hollywood power couples. But she allegedly wasn't just suggesting minor tweaks to set design or dialogue. No. She was supposedly influencing WHO got screen time and how much. Some sources are even claiming that Matt's original cameo was way longer, much funnier, and significantly more substantial. But after a few friendly suggestions from Blake, it got chopped down, trimmed to bits, and almost completely scrapped. Was it personal? Was it strategic? Nobody knows for sure, but suddenly Matt Damon, people, was fighting for scraps of screen time in a movie he was invited to be part of in the first place. And that was just the appetizer. What happened next had everyone wondering if this was less of a cameo and more of a calculated takedown. The red flags started flying when sources close to production claimed that once Ryan and Blake confirmed Matt was in, things allegedly went from bad to worse fast. We're talking last-minute script changes, scene rewrites, dialogue tweaks, timing adjustments. Suddenly the scene Matt had agreed to was morphing into something completely different, and not in a cool, collaborative, let's make this better together kind of way. More like a, you should be grateful we're still letting you appear at all vibe. Allegedly, Ryan started demanding more solo lines, while Blake was supposedly suggesting they trim scenes that didn't highlight Ryan's comedic talents. And caught in the middle of this creative hurricane? Matt Damon, Oscar winner, global icon, consummate professional, forced to renegotiate what was supposed to be a simple, fun favor to a colleague. As dramatic as the contract disputes were, the real chaos happened off paper. Because what came next involved massive egos, uncontrollable rage, and the kind of explosive drama that would give any PR team absolute nightmares.
Blake Lively did not even read the book that the movie was based on.
Correct.
And we're not talking War and Peace.
Let's dish about those infamous meltdown moments. You know, the stuff Hollywood pretends doesn't happen, but when it does, leaves a mark. Allegedly, there was a moment so intensely chaotic on set that several crew members left early just to escape the drama. Rumors say Matt Damon had a complete "what the hell is happening" breakdown after discovering his scene had been edited again without any warning. No heads up, no courtesy call, just sudden script changes and a camera crew that looked just as confused as he was. But that's when things really started spiraling out of control. Sources claim there are voicemails, heated, aggressive voicemails, maybe texts too, where Damon supposedly unloads on Ryan and Blake for what he called a manipulative backdoor move. Words like disrespectful and career sabotage were being thrown around. One insider even whispered that Blake Lively herself showed up on set unannounced, pulled the director aside, and demanded the cameo scene be refocused to better match the film's comedic tone, which basically meant make Ryan look better. We don't have the receipts yet, but fans have analyzed Damon's press junket interviews from that period and noticed how he visibly tensed up whenever Deadpool 2 was mentioned. He either dodged the question completely or gave some vague, cold answer that felt nothing like the enthusiastic movie promo you'd expect. But if that wasn't enough to raise eyebrows, wait until you hear how Ryan and Blake allegedly used their perfect couple image to control the narrative and bury the buzz before it exploded. Let's be honest, Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively have spent years crafting their brand. They're Hollywood's golden couple with their witty banter, cute parenting stories, and effortless glamour. We all adore them for it. But what happens when that picture-perfect image doesn't match what's happening when the cameras stop rolling? Allegedly, what we saw on red carpets and social media was the complete opposite of what was unfolding during the Deadpool 2 shoot. Behind the scenes, multiple sources claimed Ryan and Blake were nothing like their lovable public personas. Instead, they were described as entitled, calculating, and worst of all, completely uncompromising.
Is my favourite story, I think, in showbiz this year. The Justin Baldoni war with Blake Lively, which seems to me, initially I felt quite sorry for Blake Lively.
The speculation, they allegedly used their power to control not just Damon's scene, but other cameo appearances too. One insider said they were obsessed with maintaining a specific rhythm in the film, and that meant cutting any performance that might outshine Ryan's delivery. Not collaborate, not elevate, just cut. And here's where it gets even messier. Allegedly Brad Pitt, who had his own Blink and You'll Miss It cameo, was also pushed to shoot under incredibly tight, almost ridiculous constraints. Some believe that if Pitt's cameo had been longer, it would have stolen too much of the spotlight. Same for Damon. This isn't just ego anymore, it's calculated image curation. If these allegations are true, Ryan and Blake might have actively worked to limit other celebrities' screen time to make sure they remain the focus, even in a movie packed with stars. And guess who wasn't buying those perfectly curated smiles? Matt Damon's closest friends and possibly a few A-list allies who allegedly started calling out the couple's behavior behind closed doors. Let's be clear, Matt Damon isn't exactly new to Hollywood. He's been in this business long enough to recognize a toxic environment when he sees one. And allegedly, when things got weird on Deadpool 2, he didn't just sit there and take it, at least not privately. According to several well-placed sources, Damon confided in his inner circle, including his lifelong bestie Ben Affleck and possibly even George Clooney, two major stars who don't mess around when it comes to Hollywood politics. Allegedly, Affleck advised Damon to walk away completely. Word is he told Matt not to get trapped in a situation where the entire film's tone was controlled by someone else's ego. Clooney, who's seen plenty of drama both on and off screen, reportedly joked that trying to outshine Ryan in his own movie was a career trap. Another leak suggests that Damon's agent pushed for his cameo to be completely removed. Just delete it, avoid the drama, skip the press tour, and walk away. But Damon, always the diplomat, chose to keep the peace, until allegedly he just couldn't anymore. And once that inner circle warning bell started ringing, Ryan and Blake apparently knew they had to act fast. Cue the PR spin machine. No one plays the media game better than Ryan and Blake. They're absolute PROS. And if the rumors are true, they went into overdrive as soon as Damon's discontent started to surface. Insiders claim the couple ramped up their cute couple strategy, posting adorable family moments, sharing fun behind-the-scenes stories, and tagging each other in witty social media exchanges. Why? Allegedly to drown out the noise. Some say influencer partners were enlisted to do subtle damage control. Watchdogs noticed an unusual increase in Ryan-related memes and Blake fan account activity around the time of the cameo backlash. Coincidence? Maybe. But in Hollywood, coincidence is just PR code for calculated. And while Damon stayed quiet, Ryan and Blake allegedly made sure the spotlight stayed firmly on them in the most flattering way possible. Red carpet appearances, charity events, parenting jokes, basically a carefully orchestrated media blitz designed to keep their image squeaky clean while burying all the behind-the-scenes chaos under layers of charm. But no amount of glossy PR can hide a growing rift forever. Because eventually, Damon allegedly started dropping hints, and those hints were not subtle. Here's where the silence finally cracked. According to multiple insider reports, Damon eventually spoke out, not in some explosive tabloid expose, but through cryptic comments made at carefully selected moments. At one private industry event,
Then I've been reading all the messages between them all, and which he's been putting out, obviously, and it just seems like a pair of absolute weapons-grade narcissists.
he allegedly told a small group that the cameo didn't go as promised. Another source swears Damon told an interviewer off the record that working with certain people on Deadpool 2 was like navigating a vanity project disguised as a comedy. That wasn't just throwing shade, that was a full eclipse. Even more telling, Damon allegedly turned down a follow-up cameo offer for Deadpool 3. Why? Some claim it was scheduling conflicts, but others insist it was Damon making a quiet but firm statement. Never again. It's a classic Hollywood move. No lawsuits, no public drama, just a simple no thanks. But in this case, that silence spoke volumes. Damon, a guy known for his loyalty and laid-back attitude, simply walked away. And that exit allegedly sent a message that industry insiders couldn't miss. So what happens now? Will this story quietly fade away, or are we witnessing the beginning of a much bigger Hollywood unraveling? In this town, reputation is everything. And when whispers start forming patterns, people take notice. Allegedly, several other actors have started distancing themselves from cameo-heavy projects involving Ryan Reynolds. Not because they dislike him personally, but because they don't want to end up as just a punchline or prop in someone else's branding machine. Even Hugh Jackman, Ryan's longtime frenemy, has been strangely quiet about returning for future Deadpool cameos. Coincidence? Maybe, or maybe he's just choosing his battles wisely. There's also buzz that directors have taken note that future cameo contracts are being written with stricter terms and that big-name actors are now double-checking who's really in charge before signing on for even a one-liner. Ryan and Blake haven't commented on any of these rumors, and they probably never will. That's just how Hollywood works. But behind closed doors, they allegedly know the damage is done. Whether it's a minor scratch or a major blow-up, well, that's still unfolding. So is this entire saga just another overhyped Hollywood rumor? Or is it the first real crack in the perfectly polished image of Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively? Matt Damon's alleged revelations, cryptic, restrained, yet cutting, have pulled back the curtain just enough to make us wonder, could the world's most relatable celebrity couple actually be calculating power players pushing out fellow A-listers to stay on top? Maybe, maybe not. But one thing's for sure, something happened on that Deadpool 2 set, and it wasn't the hilarious, carefree cameo vibe we saw on screen. Behind the laughs, behind the prosthetics, behind those perfectly posed selfies was allegedly a high-stakes power game where only one couple got to keep the spotlight. And as fans, we're left wondering how many more of our favorite Hollywood friendships are actually held together by silence, manipulation, and good lighting. Because this wasn't just a cameo, this was a warning. This was a warning. This